All right, it's garden season, and my wife is gonna have another row of cucamelons, and I've got a trellis here that we built out of our regular fencing, and we're gonna build another one here. We need a second one, so come along. We're gonna do this together. Here we go. So this one ended up being in this shape here. It was just like a spare piece that we had, but what I want to know is how big this thing is. So I could measure, or I could just say, count the squares here, and I do want some rolled edges towards the end, so we'll add another one here. So let's see, let's count them minus the rolled edge. So we're gonna go well, including the rolled edge, sorry, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 13 14 15 16 17 18 19 20 1 2 3 4 5 6, and it would be a seventh one, so 27 for our squares. And if need be, we can trim it down, but start tall and work your way down if ever you want to do that. All right, so let's go grab 27 of them. Okay, so there is our fencing back there. We just need to drag that out and get it cut. Now we just need to cut it up. I have my regular wire snippers here. If need be, got bigger ones. And this stabbing me in the back. That would be ideal. Let's see. Regular wire snips work. Yep. All right, let's go. I'm gonna stab myself here. These are said and done, right? Cool. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and cut off all these little shards here. So these I wasn't making much progress on, so I do have some double actions here. This is crescent, and they seem to be doing the job here. So I have you one-handed here, upside down. There we go. And voila. All right, right here you can see where she has planted on June 10th. So I don't want to interfere with that line there, but I do want to get it kind of off to the side so that the plants have a place to grow up. Okay, so first things first, let's not step on her plants, and let's do a quick little dry fit with what we got for any kind of folding. All right, don't take this as me being some expert. I'm just an ordinary dad, just trying to get out here and get some things done, bringing you guys along for the journey. So we're in this together. All right, basically I don't want this like to spring up and smack me. Also, I have a semi-fit. Good news is it like reduces nicely with a boot. Boot. All right, that might do. Go semi-flat, right? Does the spring back when I come off of it? Nope. That should do. All right, back to dry fitting. Where were we? Let's see. Yep. So big enough. So we're gonna roll it up a little bit to create those rolled edges. And the beauty here is, if need be, I can always roll it more. All right, I like the idea of having more and then working you know, towards less versus the other way around where I'd have to add it back in because that would just be awkward and weird. All right, so we're gonna flip this around. Because it's already kind of favoring this direction anyway. So we'll start by just doing the one, and we can continue as we need to. So normally I'd be wearing some kind of like cowhide gloves or something, but I got it against that. You do what you like. You want my official response, safety first, but this is what I'm doing. All right, just don't cut yourself. Okay, here we go. All right. So before I get crazy and like really tamp this down, we're just gonna see where we're at. Okay, I'm gonna do the same thing on the other side here. Pretty malleable, bend it easy, so it's not too crazy here. We got this from Home Depot a couple years ago, big roll of it for the outside of the garden here. And we're sitting in the shed, waiting on another project, and here we are. Okay, so the next thing we're gonna do is where are they? We're gonna put the little leg stakes in and get them all matched up and lined up and get this thing up. All right, so let's put it up and try it. Give best bang for a buck here. That looks like it'll do. That looks like it will do. Yep. All right, cool. Let's bring these edges down officially, and then get our stakes of that in. All right, so it's these things, and just like we did over here, I want to get them to where, you know, they're sitting fairly flush right here, you know, with the ground and that. Okay, they're like an inch off the ground. That's okay. You know, the plants will eventually make their way. So it looks like you start on the second one, and then on up. Okay, I might get out of here with fingers intact. Maybe. We'll see. Okay. All right, I feel better. That one's in. Let's get her up. The question that has daunted me forever, should it be the same or different than the other way, than the other side? And I'm gonna go with, just get the straws kind of dead center here. And yeah, just push it on in. Like that. Come around this way. And again, trying not to smash anything, all reckless like. Get in there. All right. So the next thing that's going to happen is I'm going to grab my my centering stick here. It's going to act as a thing to kind of help, you know, act as a little backbone here. Stick going to go here by zip ties. Trying to stay out of her line. But keep these close enough so you know, things will work. And we could always move this as need be as things come up. All right. So let's hammer it in, zip tie it up with this. But the fact of the matter is, it's here. So that'll do. Anyways, this was supposed to be a quick little project here. I suppose that's what it is. Just a quick little guy to get you going there. All right, zip ties for the win. These on here, and I'm reassured by basically the fact that until these plants start to come up, I don't really know where they're gonna need to go in terms of this trellis. So I'm not super duper worried about, you know, the exactness of the placement right now. Just that I want it here, you know, so that when the things do start to come up, we're ready to rock and roll. All right, let's pop this last one on here. Here we go. Boom. All right, let's get our little mouse tails clipped off here. Boom. And there we go. Pick up our trash. Quick little trellis. Boom. All right. Get that. Put it right back there. You know what's going on. Well, I appreciate your time and hanging out with me during this project. So feel free to comment down below, and you know, we'll just rock and roll, get these things knocked out together. Appreciate you. Have a great day. Bye.